Hello learner, greetings of the day. Let's discuss now the line attribute functions in OpenGL. We have seen simple example of drawing a line on the display window. How to assign attributes or how to define attributes to this particular line. Now we will see that. So we have different attributes for line. Attributes are line, color, line width and line style. So these are the three attributes that we have. We can assign color, we can assign width to the line, thickness to the line, and also we can add a different style to the line. So these are the three properties which we are going to discuss. The style can be dashed line or it can be a dotted line that I can display on the screen. So these are the different properties that I can assign to a line. Let's discuss about line width. As we know, a line when we draw, by default it will be drawn with the width, suitable width, and that width, the standard width size is or standard line size is 1. Suppose if I want to increase the thickness of the line that I am going to draw, I need to use this new OpenGL function GL line width. So the parameter that you are going to pass is an integer or a floating value. You can just pass, see, 1 is a standard size. So more than 1 you can pass the parameter as width. So usually the floating value is taken. We'll just see an example. So we have the next attribute that can be specified for the line, and that is line style, and the line style that I am going to apply now is GL line stipple. So about this line stipple, I'll explain you with an example wherein line width also, example for line width also will be explained. So you can just see the parameters that can be passed for line stipple. Two parameters are passed. The first parameter is repeat factor and the second parameter is pattern. So repeat factor, when I say, it is nothing but a integer value that you pass. It can be 1 or 2 or 3. It depends. It depends on what type of line you want to draw. Pattern, when I say, it's nothing but the hexadecimal value that you pass as a parameter. So hexadecimal value, it can be a 16-bit hexadecimal value that you can pass as a parameter. Okay. So now basically this line stipple will draw a line in the required style. So if I want to draw a line something like this as a dashed line, a straight line, horizontal straight line with the something like this, a dashed line if I want to draw, you can just see it is actually following a particular bit pattern. So what is that? A dash indicates a line which indicates a bit pattern 1. And this space here between two lines indicates a bit pattern 0. The next line again, it represents the bit pattern 1, and the next blank space there, it represents the bit pattern 0. So this continuous dashed line here, it indicates the bit pattern 1 0 1 0. So it is something like on off on off. So on represents bit 1, a line is drawn, and off represents the space, blank space where a line is not drawn, bit 0. Okay. So now this is nothing but my pattern, a 16-bit pattern, and here the repeat factor. What is this repeat factor? This repeat factor by default is taken as 1. So in this example of dashed line that I am drawing, the repeat factor is 1. What is the meaning of that? This bit 1 which represents the line is repeated once, in the sense it is just drawn once. It is not drawn again, right? So after this bit 1, you're taking the bit 0. So that's a blank space there that you're taking. That means what? The previous bit you're not repeating. You're taking the next new bit, that is 0. So again, after the 0, you're taking the next new bit 1, wherein you're drawing the line. So you're not repeating this bit 0. So this repeat factor, whatever you're taking, is nothing but depending upon the pattern of line that you wish to draw. So this pattern, I'm going to take the repeat factor as 1. Okay. Now for the next pattern that I'm going to draw, I'll give you many such examples of different patterns. I'll show you with the help of a diagram. As I already said, it is about the pattern that you're going to take. And I said about the repeat factor, by default repeat factor is 1. But about the pattern when I'm taking, the default pattern is nothing but F. 4 Fs, since it is a 16-bit pattern. So I'm going to take Fs as the default pattern. So what is this Fs? So this pattern will draw a continuous line. So by default, the line style will be a solid line, continuous solid line with no gaps in between. And here you can see this continuous solid line represents the bit pattern 1. Bit pattern 1. And all 16 bits are 1. So there is no off or no gap in between, no discontinuity in between. So it is a continuous solid line. And the repeat factor by default will be always 1. That means no repetition. Whatever the bit you are taking, that will be drawn. Let's see an example of line stipple. Let's see an example over here. You can just see here. I'm going to take a call an OpenGL function GL line stipple, and I have to pass here 2 parameters. The first parameter is repeat factor. The second parameter there is a bit pattern. So there the bit pattern that I'm taking is 0101. So you can call it as something like this pattern 0F 0F. This is a pattern that I'm going to take. So remember, whenever I'm drawing the line, I'm going to start with the bit 0. So least significant bit you say. So I'm going to start drawing from this position. Okay. So here I'm going to start from the last value, which is 1. So that means I'll draw a line. After that, since the repeat factor is 1, so after that I'm going to have a gap, and then again F. So I'm going to draw a line, and again since there is a gap, it is 0. It is 0 that I'm going to take. So this is how a line is drawn. So here this is a pattern for which the repeat factor is 1. So you are going to plot a dotted line. So you can just see here, this is a simple line that I'm going to draw. Now you can see here the next function that I'm calling is a line width. So what is this line width? Line width is nothing but 3 I have taken. So tripling the size of the line. So actually this function call, let me make it over here, or you can, no, not a problem. You can even call before GL line stipple, GL line width, or else you can also call it after the GL line stipple. It doesn't matter. So now what I'm going to draw here is line I'm drawing, but what is the size of the line that I'm going to draw? It is 3. So tripling the size of the line. So thickness of the line will increase. Thickness of the line will increase. And now here this is a function line plot wherein I'm passing the parameters here for this. This is a user defined function. So I have to pass the parameters, exact coordinates to draw the line, right? The endpoints for the line I have to pass. So that I'm going to pass over here. And this is a function, actual function wherein I'm going to draw the line. So what is the OpenGL function to draw the line? I have to start with GL begin GL lines as a parameter, and then I have to pass vertices as a parameter. So wherein GL vertex is a function to draw the vertex. Okay, finally to draw the line, I have to write this GL begin and GL end, and within that GL vertices I have to call. Okay, so that is the set of code which I have to define inside line plot function to draw the line. But remember what type of line is drawn. It's a GL line stipple will be drawn, wherein this pattern is followed. It's a dashed line which is drawn, and the thickness of the line is also increased with the size 3. And remember, whenever you use this GL line stipple, whenever you use this style to draw the line, I have to enable that. So what is the function to enable? First, GL enable GL underscore line underscore stipple. And remember, if you want to stop that line style, you have to disable it. So by calling the function GL disable GL line stipple. So if at all you want to add the style, first you call GL enable, and if you don't want to use this line style, you have to disable it. You can just see here about the repeat factor. The default repeat factor is always 1. You can go on increasing the repeating factor depending upon the pattern of the line that you wish to draw. As I already said about the enabling of line stipple, always before you apply the line stipple, before you call the function GL line stipple, you have to call the function GL enable GL underscore line underscore stipple. So this particular function is very important to apply the style. And remember, after you draw the line, don't forget to disable the style. If you don't use this enable and disable, by default the pattern style will be taken as solid line. So there is no style that will be applied. So by default solid line will be drawn. So here is an example wherein different patterns are shown. So one sample pattern is shown for drawing the line stipple. So the syntax anyways, you know, it is a repeat factor first and the next one is pattern, and here several such patterns and repeat factors are shown and the corresponding output lines are drawn over here. You can just see one sample out of it, that is the pattern is 00FF, the first pattern 00FF, and you can see here 16-bit binary pattern. It is represented as 16-bit binary. So 0, the first 4 bits indicate 0, the next 4 bits indicates the next 0, the F indicates 4 ones, and the last F indicates again 4 ones. So this is the binary version of this hexadecimal. So here I am now going to convert, I am going to draw the line by considering this pattern, and I was already said the line will be drawn by taking this last bit first. Okay, the least significant bit will be taken first. So you can start with the first the last F over here. So here the last 4 bits once, you can see here the gray in color, and again the next 4 bits of F we will always take from, consider from right to left. It's not from left to right, it is always from right to left you have to take, and when you are drawing the line the pattern will be taken that way. So first 4 F's you are taken here, the next 4 F's you have taken here. So this is how you are drawing the line. You can see here the first 4 F is drawn here, the next 4 F here the line is drawn. So this completes 2 F's, and then after 2 F's what you have, the next 4 bits are off 0, right? The next again the last 4 bits are again 0. So here these zeros are taken here, the gaps represent zeros, this 0 and the next 0 again over here. And remember here the repeat factor I am taking for this is 1. So there is no repetition at all. So here it is exactly the same pattern that I have to follow. Again you have to continue the same. The next F you have to take, draw the first this ones, next F, the next ones without gap, and next 0 and next 0. So a big gap you can see because of 2 zeros. Okay, so this continues. You can just see the output of that is something like this. You can just see here the same pattern but with the repeat factor is 2. So how is this done? You can just see here first ones are drawn, first F, this F is considered, 4 ones are drawn, and the same is repeated again, the same is repeated again, the same one is repeated again. Again the next F is taken, you can see the line is continued without any gap. Again since the repeat factor is 2, you're going to continue that line. So this is how the lengthy line is drawn because the repeat factor is true. And again you can see now I'm going to have this 0 pattern. So 0, after that you have to repeat that 0, next one more, last 0 you take, again you have to repeat that 0. So this is how the repetition factor 2 works, with a big gap, and also the line is a lengthy line. So this is how the line stipple is drawn. And if you want to have a dashed line, this is a dashed line, the pattern should be all A's. All A's represent ones. So you can just see the dashed line, and here you can, all A's represents alternate ones and zeros. All alternate ones and zeros. All F's represents all ones. Okay, all A's represents alternate 1 and 0. It's bit on and off. So no repeat factor is 1. So you can just see here no repetition. So alternate bit on and off represents dashed line. And if you want to increase the gap or increase the length of the line, repeat factor, you go on increasing for all 4 A's. So this is how you can draw the stipple line. Here is a complete code for drawing that. Okay, you can just go through this. A data point, an array is taken where several vertices are stored, several points are stored, and you can see this user defined function line plot where exactly the line is drawn. You can take GL underscore lines, or also you can take GL underscore line strip to draw the line, and I'm using here a for loop to draw the vertices. It's many vertices that I have to draw here in order to draw a line strip. So take the first set of point, x coordinate of that and y coordinate of that. So this function will draw first 1 point, and since you are looping there, the second in the next iteration you are going to take the next set of point where x coordinate and y coordinate is taken. So once you take up 2 vertices, a line will be drawn, because the data type, the constant is line strip, a line will be drawn. Now you continue with the iteration, third one. So the next point will be taken, so the line is continued because it is a line strip. Next again fourth point you take, so again the line is continued. But remember, it will be a continuous solid line if no GL line stipple is enabled. If you enable GL line stipple, depending upon the pattern that you have chosen, the line will be drawn. Okay. Continuation part of the code. So you can just see, now you are enabling the line stipple. So you can see the pattern that is chosen, and now again you call the same previous function line plot, and now again the line will be drawn, but this time the pattern will be followed and the repeat factor will be taken because the line stipple is enabled. So line will be drawn with the style, maybe a dashed line is drawn. You can just see the continuation part. Now a different pattern you have chosen, 00FF, a dashed line will be drawn, but see here the line width also you have taken, you have increased the size of the line. Now again a line will be drawn by applying these 2 styles. We can just see now the next type of primitive, that is curve. So when I say a curve, you remember about a sphere, you can recall a sphere or a ball type of shape, or it can be anything which is curvy, right? So how to draw a curve? So far we have taken only the line, points, or the straight lines, you can say. Now how to draw a curve there? So whenever we take a curve, so we can draw the curve in many ways actually. So curve, when I say, it can be drawn as a set of pixels, set of points. So I can start with the 1 point and I can go on plotting the I can go on plotting the points, but plotting the point should be in such a way that it should finally look like a curve shape, something like this. So these points, n number of points that you have plotted, can look like a curve, okay, provided the points are plotted in curve manner. Okay, so whenever I say curve, it also has several attributes. What is it? Curve can take up colors, varying color. Curve also can have width, thickness, and curve also can have style, that is dot pattern or dash pattern also it can have. Okay, so there can be many cases where you can draw a curve. So whenever I have a curve, whenever a line you take, it has always the slope, right? So if I take a horizontal, almost horizontal line, the slope of the line will be almost, you can say it will be, if it is a horizontal line, the increase in x is more compared to y, right? So the slope will be always in that case less than 1. So what is slope? Actually dy by dx is slope. So when change in x increases, what is horizontal line? Horizontal line is nothing but the change in x increases rather than change in y. So when the change in x increases, denominator increases rather than numerator. So automatically the value becomes less than 1. So whenever the slope is less than 1, we actually start drawing for the curve, that is what is it, the y particular y values will start drawing the for the curve. In the sense, what we can say, it is the vertical spans that you start drawing. So what do you mean by a span? The entire screen or the window I can just represent in the form of a grid. Okay, so whenever I have to draw a curve, it's nothing but the pixel. I have to just choose this each block in this grid. Each block here in the grid in my screen represents a pixel. Consider this as my screen. The screen I have divided in the form of a grid, and each block in the grid is nothing but a pixel. So if at all I have to draw a curve, I have to just go on choosing this pixel. But which pixel I am going to choose? So if it is a line with the slope less than 1, choose all vertical set of pixels. Okay, go on choosing vertical pixels. So if I have to draw a line or a curve which is almost vertical, what is that? Change in y increases rather than change in x. So in such case, the slope will be always greater than 1. So for all the lines which is greater than, slope is greater than line, choose all vertical pixels. Horizontal pixels. Okay, so for such curves, horizontal pixels are chosen. So these are the two cases how you draw a curve. So more about this we can see in the later chapters.